3. We're doing our English lesson for Wednesday. We have a fun story to listen to today. I'm going to read you a story, and I want you to listen to this story to find out what Clyde the cowboy does to help his town. And so this is the paper you will do in a few minutes, but now you can just listen to my story. Clyde was the clumsiest cowboy in the West. He was always doing something wrong. Whenever Clyde tried to rope a cow, the rope ended up around Clyde. He was always tipping over his spurs or falling off his horse. Clyde was so clumsy that everyone laughed at him. "Maybe we should go live in the desert," Clyde told his horse. "Nobody would laugh at us there." Clyde saddled up Old Lightning, and he rode and rode and rode, and finally he decided to stop. "This looks like a good place." Lightning did not think it looked like a good place at all, but being a horse, he could not say anything. Besides, he was glad for a chance to rest his feet. Clyde got off and looked around, and all around him was nothing but sand and the sky and cactuses. He looked for a while at the sand, and then he looked at the sky, and then he looked at the cactuses. The cactuses looked like men with their arms up in the air. "Maybe I could use them for target practice." Clyde drew his gun. "Put 'em up," he said. "Hey," said a cactus, "don't shoot." "Don't worry, it wasn't loaded anyway." "Phew," said the cactus. One of its arms bent toward him. "My name is Spike. Who are you?" Clyde looked at this prickly arm and decided not to shake hands. "Everybody calls me Clumsy Clyde." "Is that why you came out here in the desert?" "Yes. People are always laughing at me. I can't do anything right. I can't even throw a rope." "All you need is practice. Every time you make a mistake, just laugh and keep on trying." "Well, I suppose you're right." "Quiet, someone's coming." The cactus stood up very straight and still. A gang of men rode quickly by on horses. It was Sinister Sam and his gang of outlaws. "Oh no, it looks like Sinister Sam is headed into town to rob the bank. Lightning, we better go warn the sheriff." "Goodbye, Spike. I won't forget what you said." Lightning backed himself right into a prickly pear cactus, but at least that gave him a good start in the right direction. He bolted across the desert faster than a streak of lightning. Meanwhile in town, Sinister Sam and his gang were already in the bank, grabbing all the money. It was too late to warn the sheriff. With his hooves flashing and tail flying, Lightning thundered into town. "Whoa, boy!" Clyde pulled hard on his reins. Lightning skidded to a halt in front of the bank. He stopped so quickly that Clyde flew out of the saddle and landed smack dab in front of the bank door. Just at that moment, Sinister Sam came running out with his friends full of loot. "Hey, what do you think happened?" Sinister Sam tripped over Clyde and fell splash right into a water trough. Of course, the whole town turned out to see what the commotion was all about. "Oh no, I've done it again. Everyone is going to laugh," Clyde said. And he was right. Everyone was laughing. But this time, they were not laughing at Clyde. They were laughing at Sinister Sam, sitting there dripping in the water trough. Even Sinister Sam's own gang was laughing. They were slapping their legs and holding their sides and gasping for breath. They were whooping and slapping one another on the back and rolling in the streets. Everyone was laughing except Sinister Sam. Sinister Sam was madder than a wet hen. The more they laughed, the madder he got. The madder he got, the redder he got. The redder he got, the more they They were so busy laughing that the sheriff clapped him all in jail, where they still could be heard laughing 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days later. Well, the people were so grateful that they called Clyde a hero. Instead of thinking he was clumsy, they said he was clever. And as for Sinister Sam, as soon as he got out of jail, he slunk out of town and never came back. You know, it seems as though the more I laugh, the fewer mistakes I make, Clyde said to his faithful horse. Well, maybe not, Clyde, but no one seems to mind. All right, let's talk about our story together. Why did Clyde ride out into the desert? Yeah, he thought he couldn't do anything right, and that nobody would want him there, and that they would all laugh at him, right? There may be times that we feel that way, that we feel like people will laugh at us or make fun of us. We feel like we can't do anything right. But I remember in God's word, it tells us, let us not become weary in doing good, and to try. And God can do great things through us. How would you feel if people laughed at you? Well, I know there are times that people have laughed at me, and I know I just have to stay true to who God made me to be and not be discouraged, and I hope that you will do the same. Well, what did the cactuses look like to Clyde? Well, I like to kind of think it was this way, right? With him, remember he could see the men with their arm raised up in the air? Who told Clyde that he should just keep on trying, even though people would make fun of him? That's right, it was Spike the cactus. He gave him some good advice, huh? Whose gang of men was headed into town? That was Sinister Sam's men. How did Clyde arrive at the bank? Do you remember it was by falling on the ground in front of the door? What happened when Sinister Sam tripped and fell over Clyde? And that part was kind of funny. He went into the water trough. Who caught Sinister Sam and his gang and put them into jail? Yep, that was the sheriff. What did the people say about Clyde? Yep, that he was a hero and that he was very clever. What did Clyde finally decide about laughing? Yeah, the more he laughed at himself, the fewer mistakes he made. I know we all can make mistakes, and sometimes we have to kind of laugh them off and just still find joy. All right. On your paper today, you are going to number the events in story order. So you're going to tell me the order that it happened in this story. And so it started here with 1, and then you'll get to put 2, 3, 4, and 5. At the bottom of our page, we're talking about synonyms. Remember, synonyms are words that mean about the same. And so you will read the words on the sign and color the signs matching colors for the words that mean about the same. So for example, I see cap. There is a word here that means the same as cap. That's right, hat. A cap and a hat mean about the same. So you get to choose the color, but these 2 words would be the same. And then I see fast. Well, what word means about the same? It's a synonym for fast. Well, that would be quick. I can do it. Quick and fast mean about the same. Let's take a look at some other synonyms, and then you can do this page for me. But I see the word make. I will make something. Well, make and build mean about the same. I know that's something that Bryant likes to do. He likes to make things with his Legos or build things, right? What about this word, start? Yeah, I will start my work. I will begin. Those words mean about the same. Those are synonyms, okay? So you will continue this page coloring the pairs, coloring the words that mean about the same. This is just a one side today. You'll have to upload to me. This one is just a new unit for us. You can send that in to me. I love you, A3.